Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. Today's video is the video we appreciate the Master League viewers, and there is some good news is that in today's video I will talk about the top teams in the Master League. Also tomorrow's video is going to be deep dive IV into Sol Galileo and Lunala. So if you guys have been raiding Sol Galileo and you're planning to do Lunala, so you need to watch the next video because there are like some important stuff you need to be aware of before building your Sol Galileo or Lunala. So that's my way of thanking the Master League viewers because they are like the best. To be honest, they like the like per 1,000 view ratio is literally 3 times at least of any other type of videos. So thank you so much to the Master League viewers and to all the viewers who watch every type of video I post. So thank you so much, guys. I know like viewers has been going kinda down a bit, but I think it's just the game itself, because like the meta has been so boring that people like don't care as much. But eventually, after Pokemon Go World the Championship, which is happening next month, there will be a massive change. So that's just kind of expected. So yeah, back to Master League. What is Master League? All of these Pokemons you see. Also, there are new beasts in the zoo. Zamazenta now is #1. What have it changed? As I told you before, you should run Ice Fang on your Zamazenta. People were running Metallic Claw because PvPoke said so, and now you can see that PvPoke adjusted to run Ice Fang on Zamazenta, and its literally value surged immediately and became #1. So Zamazenta is the best Pokemon because it's just the bulkiest, the craziest, the tankiest, the best looking one. And I have a Shundo. It's not a Shundo, it's 15, 15, 14, but it's a functional Shundo. It has same stats as a Shundo, and it's shiny and lucky. So hey, can I just flex my new lucky trade that I traded last year and I never used it? I will be using it now. Followed by Zacian, Crown. The Crown and Sword Pokemon, Crown and Shield are just insanely OP. Followed by Palkia. Palkia is still kind of the best core breaker in the entire meta, because whatever your opponent team has, they should have at least 2 Pokemons that are weak to Palkia, unless they run Zacian Zamazenta. That's the only possible way of when they have a single weakness to Palkia. Sol Galileo and Necrozma Lion. Wait, Downwing is the bat, and then Black Huram Lunala. So see guys, that's why you need to watch the tomorrow's video about Ivy. Then Palkia, and then Urshifu Single Strike. Now there is 2 videos on the channel about the Urshifus. I recommend going and watching them before you made your Urshifu. It's very important to go and watch before you make your Urshifu. Otherwise, you're gonna evolve it to the wrong one, because the Dark has better typing, has better charge move, and fast move. It has Sucker Punch technically. The Water one has a superior typing that you resist Metallic Claw and Ice Fang. So keep that in mind. And then you have Landorus, Palkia, Zygarde, and Ikuram. So these are like kind of the main Pokemon. Some other Pokemons that worth mentioning is literally Metagross. He's kind of the third best steel in the entire meta. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, there are 4 steel Pokemons within the top 5. That's insane. That's just insane, man. Holy dude, 4 steel in the top 5. Dude, that's just insane. I've never seen steel dominating a league more than the current one. Some top picks you need to be aware of. Ho-Oh is technically the 2nd best core breaker in the entire Master League. The best core breaker is Palkia, the 2nd best is Ho-Oh. White Ikuram, I know it had people stopped using it as much, but it's still good because it bait out the dogs and you have a Fusion Flare to attack them with. Lion, Necrozma, this Pokemon just keep getting better and better. I recommend powering up 2 Lions of this if you have 2, if you can do 2, because you need Iron Head Outrage, and sometimes you need Sunseal Strike and Dark Pulse, so you can be more flexible with that. Landorus is making a comeback after White Kyurem is disappearing from the meta, so that's something to be aware of. Blank Kyurem, we've seen a switch on this Pokemon from Dragon Tail to Shadow Claw, so that's another Pokemon I recommend having 2 of, because you need Dragon Tail and you need Shadow Claw. Now moving into the biggest beast in the Master League, which is Zamazenta. So why Zamazenta is OP? It's simply because it's #1 PvPoke. #1 Pokemon on PvPoke. With Zamazenta, you always gonna need a Palkia. If you don't run Palkia, you kinda get rolled over by what? by the fire. So you could go Palkia, you could go Black Acurum, but I think Palkia is just superior. And I think as a third, the best third you could run with them is the Lion. Or if you are like one of those people like me who use the bottle cap on shiny Meloetta, I recommend using it on. I recommend using my shiny Meloetta if you bottle capped it. If you don't have a shiny Meloetta, don't consider it. It must be shiny bottle capped. Now moving to the second best Pokemon in this league, which is the Zacian Sword, the most beautiful Pokemon in the entire game currently, and nothing is even close. I call him so you say Miss Universe if a lady wins like the most beautiful one, right? What do you call a Miss Pokemon? Like right, Pokemon Universe? Like what's the term to use here? Because I swear shiny Sword Zamazenta is the best looking Pokemon. Zacian is as close to be, sorry, Zamazenta is as close, but hey, I think Zacian is number one, Zamazenta is number two. Not gonna lie, I like the red color on the Zamazenta. It's so freaking sick. And the Zacian is like just, I like the degree of blue color they have there. For Zacian is kind of more flexible because for the Zama, you have to be aware of the Zacian. For Zacian, you don't care because you beat everything in this league. So I like a Groudon with it, but the thing is, if you run Zacian, Groudon, you're kind of weak to Ho-Oh, so you might consider running a Dragon Tail. If you run Dragon Tail, you're going to be weak to the opposing Zacian. So there is no answer to that. So you have to end up using Lion again or Solgaleo, and that's another reason why you should be watching tomorrow's video, by the way. And Palkia is a must. I think it's better than Black Acurum. Unless you run Shadow Claw Black Acurum, then that's a different case. Now, as far as Solgaleo, I think there is one team that I will be using with my Solgaleo. I'm just going to use Palkia, Zacian. That's it. Palkia and Zacian. If I see a Ho-Oh lead, I'm just going to cry. And that's it. What you could do is lead Palkia and safe swap this guy. Yeah, I think that's the most ideal situation. As far as Lunala, because it's red shiny, you have to use it with a red Pokemon shiny, so that's like why you go with Zamazenta. So again, you lead Palkia and you safe swap Lunala here. You could also safe swap Zacian Zamazenta, by the way. So that's another thing you need to be aware of. Now, as far as Black Acurum, I think most of these teams get like outclassed. So those four teams, I mean, it's not four. We have two here. We have two here. That's 4, 3, 4, 5. Those 6 teams are going to be the most teams that you will see in the Master League. You might throw some Ho-Oh there, but I think everything I will talk about now is technically outclassed, get out-meted. The meta now is just very insanely condensed that you have to run the previously mentioned Pokemons. So with the Black Acurum, you have to run Shadow Claw. If you run Dragon Tail, you're just going to get rolled over by the Zacian. So you run Black Acurum with Shadow Claw. It makes a good pairing, by the way, with Landorus. So if you have a Landorus, that's another Pokemon you need to be aware of. Palkia is good. And I think what I want to do is I want to use Palkia with the Black Acurum and Shadow Claw Black Acurum to bait out the Dragon counter. And you know, like if they bring in something that's supposed to be a Dragon counter, if you have Shadow Claw, technically they aren't a counter anymore. White Acurum still did. The thing about White Acurum, you have to run Double Ground. There is no other option. Otherwise, those like Zacians will just destroy you. But the thing is, if you run Double Ground, you're kind of weak to Zamazenta, so that's why you have to run something like a Ho-Oh. Another Pokemon that I think is kind of good right now is Kyogre. Why? Because it beat both Zacian and Zamazenta, because you resist the Metallic Claw, you resist the Ice Fangs. So that's your counter to those two freaks of Pokemons. The Kyogre best pairing is literally Dialga or Palkia and a Lion. If you want to run Landorus team, I think Landorus and here, I'm just trying to be creative with these teams, but I swear you just run like the third, just run a dog. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. Now, as far as Meloetta double OP dogs. This is the old dogs. This was like an Lyle's Jeff team that he used in the past. I actually want to try it out with the new dogs. Oh, because back then when he tried those three, it was actually good to see, but now I want to see with the new dogs, because the new dogs are like way more OP than the previous ones. Now, if you're looking for some budget Pokemons, I think This guy is the only budget option with Rhyperior and Goldingo are by far the only budget options you could have. And I think that's pretty much it for today for the Master League video. I tried to keep as many teams, but the thing is, you have to run like the Zacian, Zamazenta, Zacian, Zamazenta, not Kyogre, Palkia. Like, you have to run 2 of these, and Ho-Oh. Like, those 4, you have to run 2. So you can't get as creative when, like, those 4, 2 of them are a must. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching. And yeah, don't forget to tune into tomorrow's video about the Lunala and Solgaleo deep dive. And yeah, best of luck with your climb. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.